This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, last class we were talking about certain basic things of Lightning Web Component. We have seen how to go ahead and accept some input. We have seen how to go ahead and handle some data array. We have seen how to handle, right, how to handle a data in an array. We have also seen how to declare a data public so that we can transfer it whenever we call an LWC component in a parent component, how to go ahead and pass the data. We have also seen how to use a get function to go ahead and return a data type, and that can be used in the template. Today, we will start with data service, right? Put a heading called as LWC LDS. Sometimes I'll give you notes, and hardly I'll give you any notes in Lightning classes because most of them are already been, will be shared with you as a part of a course material. So these classes are mostly practicals, right? I hardly and rarely will give you notes. So this is one of them. So LWC LDS, which stand for Lightning Data Service. LWC LDS, which is Lightning Data Service, right? And LWC stand for Lightning Web Component. LWC stand for Lightning Web Component, right? So now let's go ahead and understand this. Here also, there are two types of LDS available, form-based and next B1, programming-based. Programming-based. In the form-based, as usual, you know that there are three types of forms available. Record view form, B1, record edit form, and C, record form. With the record view form, we use Lightning output. We have already done this in the Aura also. It's the same thing here, right? With record edit form, we use Lightning input. With record form, we use nothing. This is form based. Under programming based, number one, right? Here, there are two. Under programming based, your whole LDS is divided into two pieces. First one, right? Wire. Under wire, you have only get. Whenever you want to bring the record, we use wire. B, we have imperation. This is quite different from your Aura LDS, imperation, right? In the imperation, we have create record, B, new record, C, update record, D, delete record. These are called imperation. And this is a wire. Today, hopefully, not hopefully, we should be starting wire, right? I'm not sure whether we'll be able to get to this or not, but anyhow, we will make sure that we start the wire service and we start using the wire. Now, very quickly, let me go ahead and start your form based and complete this. This we have already done in your Aura classes. It looks same, but there are certain small differences will come when we come to the record form here. Otherwise, the first two, view form and edit form, look same. So without wasting time, I go ahead and I quickly authorize my org. Let me go ahead and close everything, right? There we go. And Control Shift P, right? Rather than authorize, I go ahead and say open default org. Let me see whether my org is still valid or not. I'm running open default org command to see whether my Visual Studio Code is still active and it's still connecting to my LT124 or not. So let's wait to see which default org it connects to. Right, there we go. It's opening up. Without asking me any password, username, it should directly log into the Salesforce. Perfect. I scroll down, right? I click on manage users. I click on user to see whether we are in LT124. Perfect. We are in LT124. So I don't need to authorize anything. My Visual Studio Code is ready for use. Now, let me start. Control Shift P, right? Create a Lightning Web Component, LWC underscore 2404 underscore example 1 underscore LDS underscore forms. LDS forms, right? LDS form. Press enter. There we go. And Lightning Web Component is getting created. Perfect. Now I go to my template. Quickly, I will go with LIGHT and ING Lightning card. I will start with a card, right? I press enter. I'll give title. Title equals to LWC LDS. What is that? First one, RECORD, record, VIE, view, FORM, record view form. How to use a record view form? Quite simple, right? Quite simple. I will say Lightning, RECORD, record. Here it is, record view form. I will take this. Here we go, record view form. Record view form. In the record view form, one which is compulsory as of now is record ID. Next, what is compulsory is, right, object API name. Object API name. Object API name equals to account. As of now, right, first I will hard code and later I will make it dynamic. Keep watching. Login.salesforce.com, right? Rupam @lt124.com, password CRM1234 hash. I'm logging into my Salesforce to get one account ID. I click on App Manager. I click on View All. I click on Sales. Right? I click on Account and I pick up one account. Let's pick up this Burlington Textile Corp of America. I copy the ID. I come to my LWC. I say record ID goes to this. There we go. And it belongs to account. Inside this, I have to use Lightning output. LIGHT and ING Lightning, OUT, output field. Lightning output field, right? What is that? Field API name. field name is equals to name. How many fields you want? That many fields you have to use. Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. Name, phone, phone, phone. Facts, facts, rating, industry, right? That's it. Control S on the keyboard, right? Control Shift P, deploy this to the source org. I'm moving a little faster here because we already did this. So definitely I'm trying to, complete this as early as possible and get to the new things. So there we go. Now I click on setup. I click on developer console. Meantime, let me go ahead, right click on my LDS and click on rename. I copy the name. I come here. I'm waiting for the developer console to come in. Yep. Here we go. The dummy one. I remove the component name and I put today's name that I just created. LWC2404 example 1 LDS form, and I click on preview. Immediately, I would be able to see all the details about the Burlington Textile Corp of America. Name, phone, fax, rating, industry. It's an read-only form because you have taken view form. View gives read-only. You can't edit it. You can't edit it. Perfect. I don't think that anybody has a doubt. Now, below this, I take one more card. Lightning card, right? View form is over. Now here, I will set title. Oh, why I'm writing outside? Title equals to LWC LDS RECORD record EDIT edit FORM form. Earlier I have taken record view form. Now I'm taking edit form. Same thing. LIGHT and ING lightning, right? RECORD record. I will pick up edit form, right? There we go. Enter. Edit form. Here also same thing. Record ID and object API name. No changes at all. Record ID, object API name, right? Record ID, object API name. Perfect. In the place of output, you'll use input here. Lightning, 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 IN, input field. In the place of output, you'll use input field. Everything remains same. Everything remains same. Field name equals to, right, name. Field name equals to name. Like this, how many fields do you want? I want certain fields. Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. Name, phone. Next, fax. Next, rating. Next, industry. Perfect. Control S on the keyboard. Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. I'm moving faster here. There we go. It deployed. I come here and I refresh my output component to see how it looks. There we go. View form, edit form. The difference. In the edit form, you can make a change. You can change from hot to warm. You can change from agriculture to banking. But there is no save button. You have to introduce a button by yourself. You have to introduce a button by yourself. You have to introduce a button, right? You have to introduce a button, right? Which we'll do it later. We will see how to introduce such buttons and how to go ahead and write, right? So clear everyone? Record form, edit form. Rupam, how to go ahead and pass the record dynamically. I don't want you to hard code this ID here. I don't want to hard code this ID. In such case, how to do that? Come to the controller. Here we go. Introduce a public variable, API. See, I called API. Yesterday we did that. It is to introduce a public variable. Use RECORD record, RECORD record ID. Record ID is a keyword. Remember that. And say @API. Then it became public. Whenever it became public, anybody can give the value to record ID. Anybody can give the value to record ID. Now use that record ID here. In the place of hard coding the ID, I'm going to use the record ID there. Record ID. In the place of this Burlington Textile Corp of America, I will use record ID, dynamic. See, now I'm not hard coding any particular record ID, right? Control S on the keyboard. Here also Control S on the keyboard, right? And now I go to my meta.xml. I make it true. And then I go ahead and I say targets, right? Targets. Inside the target, I will use target. Target of what? Record page. Control S on the keyboard, Control Shift P, deploy this to the source org. Perfect. Come to my account page. I'm already in a Burlington Textile Corp of America. I click on setup. I click on edit page. It opens my Flexi page builder, Lightning app builder. There we go. Lightning app builder. I scroll down. I should be able to see my component, today's component listed there. Here we go. 2404, today's date. Example 1, LDS form. Perfect. Right. I drag and drop it here. See, LWC LDS record form. I click on save. I go back to my page. Now you see. System picks up the record ID automatically. See, I'm in Burlington. I'm in Burlington, and automatically this is been picked up. I'm in Burlington, and I can see that, right? Automatically system has picked up Burlington. See, LWC, right? Now I go to account. I open the second account, Grand Hotel and Resort. System picks up Grand Hotel and Resort. See, whichever record I'm opening, system are picking up those particular record details. I open Express Logistic and Transport. System picks up Express Logistic and Transport. The record ID is now dynamically passed. Because of this API, API makes a variable public. The record ID is now a public variable, right? Force automatically the record page is passing this ID to this LWC component, and LWC component is taking that ID and displaying the corresponding information on the page, right? Everybody is clear with this. Everybody is clear with this. Yes or no?
One small doubt, Rupam.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, previously, you have not used any targeted values in the meta XML
I didn't use what?
targets to which record page or app page like that.
Correct, because I don't want them to display in the, I don't want to use them in the Flexi page. I just want to see the preview. So if you want, you can
Okay,
go ahead and you can implement.
So if we want to do it, then only we can. Okay.
Correct.
Thanks, Rupam.
Wherever you want in the record page, then go ahead. No, I am just doing a practice. I don't want to deploy it anywhere. It's just for my practice. So that's the reason I was not going to the meta.xml and I was not setting any targets, and I was previewing them with the help of, right, an application, a dummy window. No, I don't want to preview anything. I just want to put them in an M page. So go ahead. So you see, For this one, I didn't went to the preview. I didn't went to
Yes,
the
yes.
preview, right? I directly came to the record page and I was looking here. Got it?
Yeah, got
Perfect.
it. Thank you.
Anyone has any other questions? Right? I'm trying to complete this as early as possible so that I can move to the next one. Right? Next, right? Lightning. Lightning, lightning. Card. Right? There we go. Lightning card. Here. Title. Title equals to LWC LDS RECORD record form. Earlier was view form, edit form. Now I'm going to the record form. Here we go. Lightning RECO record form. Here it is. Lightning record form. There we go. We take it. I don't need to put anything inside because in the record form, you don't write anything. It's nothing. View form, you have lightning output. Edit form, you have lightning input. But for record form, you have nothing. I have nothing. So there is no space between these two because I'm not going to write anything. I'm going to put everything here itself, right? What is that? Lightning record form, right? So I want what? Record ID, RECORD, record ID. As usual, I'll take it dynamic. So I will say record ID as usual, no issues at all. Next, object API name. I copy from the top itself directly. Object API name. There we go, object API name. Next, two more things are required here. Layout type, compact or full. You remember this. I will say compact. C-O-M-P-A-C-T, compact. C-O-M-P-A-C-T, compact spelling. Mode. There are three modes available. View mode, edit mode, read-only mode. I will say mode. Mode equals to view. Mode is view. That's it. Control S on the keyboard. Control S on the keyboard. You don't have anything here. No input field, no output field. Directly write record form. That's it. Control S on the keyboard. Control Shift P. Deploy to the source arc. There we go. Perfect. Now I go ahead and I refresh this. Refresh. I'm not going to the preview, guys. I'm just in the Salesforce record. Let me see whether I got the view form or not. LDS, LWC record form. See, I got it. Here, you have a pen button to edit. Click on this. Express Logistics Transport PVT Ltd. I'm adding private limited. And you have an option called as save. You hit, the record gets saved. See? Parent account. You go ahead and link it. Parent account. What is that? Parent account is Kaya Motors. Save. This is linked to Kaya Motors. This piece is called record form. Earlier was edit form. Earlier to earlier was view form. View form, edit form, and record form. See, and I've taken compact layout. I have taken full layout, it will come full. It would have taken full. Right? Everybody clear? I did it fast because this is already done in your Aura classes. It's same. I just don't want to spend much time here on this. Once again, last and final. Anybody has any doubt here? Before I go, now the things will start. Till here, everyone is good? Yes? Perfect. Now, Rupam, I will take LWC record form, but I don't want compact. I don't want full. Compact is giving me pre-selected fields, which I am not selecting. Name, type, phone, website. If I take full, every field, if there are 100 fields, all the 100 will appear here. I don't want 100. I don't want this limited. I want custom. I want record form, but I want name, phone, fax, name, phone, fax industry. I don't want this account owner. I don't want this website. If I take compact, system is selecting the field. System is selecting the field. Nowhere I am selecting the field. Now I will do a separate component for this. I will do a separate component for this. I'll keep this aside. Control Shift P, create a Lightning Web component. LWC underscore today's date 2404 underscore example2 underscore LDS underscore forms form underscore custom. Example2 is a custom. Press enter, press enter. One Lightning Web component got created. I go to my here. Right. Now, I will not go to that. I will first come to the JavaScript ES module. Keep watching. From here, things will change. You want custom fields. First thing is that import the field here. Here, below the import, import import. Import what? account account name. You give anything. Account underscore name. Account or name underscore field. Anything. name underscore field. This is your name. FIELD. From where? From @Salesforce. Salesforce schema. Look for the account. Account dot name. Here is like this. What are the fields you want? Import. I want fax. FAX. From where? @Salesforce. Account.fax. There we go. Semicolon. Next, import. INDST. This is your name, guys. You can give anything. From @Salesforce schema account.industry. Oh, here we go. Import. What else you need? Import. See, I can select my custom fields. Rating, RAT, from. Import, Yeleka, from. @Salesforce schema account dot rating. Whatever the fields that you need, you can import like them. In the import. You have to use import. Right? There we go. I'm using import. Right. Next, you need to also have a public variable @API. So that also import. I declare a variable RECORD record ID, and I make it API @API. See, it became a public variable @API record ID. Now create a variable my custom fields. My custom fields, a variable is equals to, it's an array collection of what? Collection of my name field, comma, second fax field, comma, next industry field, comma, rating field. My custom field is a collection of all these 4 fields: name, facts, industry, rating. Now I will use it, Control S. I will use it in my template. I go to the template. Here I go. Lightning, card. I will say title, LWC, LDES, CUSTUM custom field, LWC, LDS custom field. Now here I will say lightning, lightning record form. See, lightning record form. No space because I'm not writing anything inside it. Here we go. Right, here we go. What are the things which are required? Record ID. Where is the record ID? Dynamic. Already we created record ID. Here we go. System will pick up dynamically because it's a public variable. Next, object API name. Object API name, I will say account. Object API name, I will go ahead and I will say account. Okay. ACCOUNT account. Right. Next, fields. Fields. Here I will give you my field, the variable that I declared. Here we go. My custom fields. My custom fields. My custom fields. My custom fields. Clear, everyone? Anyone has any problem anywhere, anything which you feel it's bouncing? Record ID automatically. Object account. Fields, the one which we have just created here, my fields. This is a collection of 4 fields: name field, facts field, industry field, rating field, and all these we have imported. Perfect. Control S, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. Oh, my mistake. Come to the XML meta. Set it to true. True. Use target. Targets. Inside the target. Target. In the target, only for record page. Because then only the record ID will be passed. If you take an app page, in the app page, there is no record ID. So it will not populate. Control S, Control Shift P, right? Deploy to the source org. See, now I come to my Express Logistic. I click on setup. I click on edit page. It opens up the Flexi Builder. Right, I scroll down. I should be able to see my component here. Here we go. Example 2, LDS form custom. See, now I drag and drop here. Above this, see, LDS custom. I click on save. Go back. I'm not coming to a preview. That is the reason I have taken targets. Where do you want to target this component? See, LDS custom and name, facts, industry, rating. Whichever field I want, I've taken. My custom field. 99% the real time we use this. See, now you can make a change. Will it work? From transportation technology, from a hot to a cold to warm. Click save, it saves. See, technology warm, industry technology. Go and see the details. It has changed there also. Warm. This one is most important. Whatever I'm showing you right now, here we import like this. Look, something different I'm doing. So have a look. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone?
So here we didn't declare the record form mode, right? Even though it is allowing us to add it.
We didn't declare what?
Mode of the record form.
No.
Earlier in the
I,
previous example, we declared the mode
by default,
element.
the default mode is view mode. If you want to declare, you can declare the mode. No problem.
Okay, in the view mode, it allows us to edit the form.
Edit the form and save it. In the read only mode, it will not allow you anything. In the edit mode, it will come as a editable field. And as soon as you hit the save button, it will go to the view mode. Same thing what we
Okay.
did there in the Lightning. But here,
Okay.
little bit
Yeah.
different is that this is the way you import the fields. Rupam, can't I import all? No. You have to import one by one. There is no other option. You have to import one by one. There is no other option. You have to import. There is no other option. Everyone clear? Anyone has any doubt? Yes,
Sir,
no,
ఒక
yes,
doubt, sir.
yes. Tell me.
Maybe it doesn't make sense, but నాకు ఒక డౌట్ వచ్చింది. While creating a new account, మనకు ఒక పాపప్ వస్తుంది కదా, అక్కడ just 2-3 fields enter చేసి సేవ్ చేస్తే then we will get a account page, correct?
Once again, sorry. You're talking
While
about whenever that is because of a pop-up mandi gadu. When I open a Maruti Motors, a small pop-up comes for initialization done successfully.
ఇది కాదు
This
sir,
pop
ఇది కాదు.
then
న్యూ అకౌంట్ సార్, while creating a new account, ఇప్పుడు మీరు మారుతి మోటార్స్ లాగా ఇప్పుడు నేను కొత్తది
correct. When I click on correct, okay.
సో ఇందులో కూడా ఫీల్డ్స్ చేంజ్ చేయొచ్చా నేను ఫ్రమ్ ఎల్డబ్ల్యూసి?
You can see for that you don't need an LWC to change one field. One field change you can do with a page layout only. మనం LWC దాకా వెళ్ళటం అవసరం లేదు. We can go to the page layout and we can make the change and this will change. LWC can be used to change the whole thing. నాకి మొత్తం చేంజ్ చేయాలి. Then you can use LWC.
ఇక్కడ కూడా జస్ట్ కస్టమ్ పెట్టుకుందామన్నా పేజ్ లేఅవుట్ లోనే చేసుకోవచ్చు. no need to use LWC.
No need to LWC. You want to change this complete design. Right here you want to put a logo, right, and completely you want to change it. Right, you want to put this color. For example, yesterday I was showing you colors.
Yes.
Right, I want to put a logo, I want to put a color. Below the color I want a lightning card. I want to change a complete page. Then you'll go by LWC. You'll go by LWC or you'll go by Lightning and you will overwrite that page. You can overwrite the new button. You can overwrite the new button. Right, I'll show you how to overwrite the new button towards the ending. Don't worry, that's quite simple. 1 second work, nothing. Right?
Thank you, sir.
You have to just go to the object manager and in the button overwrite it. For Maruti, antadaka waiting in the direct page. Now only we'll see. Click on edit object, it will open the object manager. Now it's opening the object manager for the account. Go to the button links in action. As simple as that. Button links in action. Which button? New button. Where is the new button? New. Is the new button. Click on edit. New button behavior I want to change. Right? Here we go. Lightning experience. Overwrite with a lightning component. Here, none is there. We will put one small keyword and all my components will be visible here. A chinna keyword pedte ikkada na components vastadi. As soon as you click on new button, this component will be loaded. So here we go. See, lightning component, you can load anything. See, with this button you can launch a custom S control. S control is gone. Nobody has, I started my career with S controls. Later Visualforce page, which you have seen. Lightning component, which you have seen. Right, or lightning page instant, nothing but LWC. See, with a new button you can overwrite. Manam cheddam ikkada now component ravatledu. Lightning component, why my component is not visible? Right, because in the target we have to set something. Okay, target link vachina word cheste it will come here also. Right, perfect. Cancel. Any other questions? Anyone?
Thank you, sir.
Hey, welcome, 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 welcome. Right, right, right. Anybody has any question here? Right?
Uh,
Yes, tell me.
we go for standard object, but if we go for custom
Same,
object,
same. There is no
same.
separate treatment for system object or custom object. All are same, right? System object, custom
Yeah.
object ki em terledu. Everything is same. No issues on that, right?
If it is a collection of
Here in this
my
case,
custom fields,
Sorry, I didn't correct. Once again, what is that?
my custom fields is an like array, sir,
It's an array.
collection variable.
It's
Yeah.
a collection variable. Here we don't have set. Set
Okay.
list are Salesforce specific command, and this is a dynamic. This is a neutral. Neutral is array. Array is available in every programming language. So we are using an array of the field. You can call it a list of the field or a set of a field. You can call it, but realistically, it is an array of a field.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Right?
sir.
Perfect. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and look wire. Look wire. Right? I will show you the wire, how the wire works. Right? Wire works. Let's look at the wire. Let's close everything. Now from here, your things will a little bit change. Right? How to connect an Apex controller? First, I will show you. If you remember, in Aura, you write an Apex class, you write an Apex method, you use a controller keyword in the component, and then you first get the method, set the params, set callback, and finally enqueue the action. There are 4 steps. Get the method, var action equals to component.get, c dot the method name. Then action.set param. In a JSON format, you set the parameters. Then, right, you go ahead and write action.set callback. Inside that, this comma function, you write a function. And finally, you say $a.enqueue, enqueue action, and you give action. This is how you do it in Aura, in Lightning. But here, it is not like that. Here, it's not like that. Now, let's do it. Control-Shift-P. Create an Apex class. I'm creating a class here. Enter. CL class CL 2404 example 1 underscore I will say ACC list list. My class name is ACC list. Press enter. One Apex class gets created. Immediately, I can create this Apex class from developer console also, but I'm showing you everything in Visual Studio Code, how to create Apex class. Public with sharing. I told you in real time, every class we write this word with sharing. Public class. But if you are using an OWD, then we always write with sharing, which I told you towards the end of the class. If you remember, with sharing. Mostly with sharing keyword is used. Now I'm writing a method. Public static list of account. Right? What is that? get, or you can use any name. If I say get, you might be thinking it's a get command. I will say my ACC list. Remember that the method has to be public, the method has to be static, the method has to be non-void. Same rule that you have learned in Aura is implied here. Right? Next, it has to be Aura enabled. @Aura. As soon as I said that Aura enabled, actually system writes a class for you. Sorry, a method for you. I said, no, I don't need it. @Aura enabled. Now here, I will write what? I can write anything. I can say list of account, list, list of account, ACCOUNT account, ACL or AC. AC is equals to, I will write an SQL query here. Select ID, comma name, comma phone, comma fax, comma industry, comma rating from ACCOUNT account. I'm not giving any filters as of now. All the account, total account, I'm pulling it and I'm placing in a variable called as AC. I'm placing in a variable called as AC, right? And now I will say return AC because it is a non-void. It has to have a return type, RETURN, return AC, return AC, Control S, everything is fine. Now this is Apex class. Anybody has any questions on this Apex class? Anybody has any question on this Apex class and method?
No.
Simple Apex class, which we have been writing again in our regular classes. So I don't think that you should have any questions and doubts on this. Now I'll create a Lightning component, Lightning Web component, Control Shift P. Create a Lightning Web component, LWC underscore 2404 underscore example3 underscore, right, underscore LDS underscore wire. Today you will not ask me what is this wire. I will not explain the wire today. I will explain the next class, but today I will show you how to use the wire. Here we go, the JavaScript. First thing, import the method name. Usually we give the method name, myACCList. Import myACCList. From where? From @Salesforce Apex. It's an Apex program. Slash the class name. What is the class name? CL. This is the class name. Dot. What is the method name? See, system is already giving you. What is the method name? Method name is myACCList is the method name. ఇలా import చేసుకోవాలి. You have to import like this. Import like this. Import like this. You have to import like this. Right? Perfect. Anybody has any question? You have to import your method, Apex method, from a class like this in LWC. Right? You have to say Salesforce Apex. Import my method name, Apex. This is the method that I created, myACCList. ఇక్కడ ఉంది. Public static myACCList is a method. Class name, ఇది class name. Public, మీకు విత్ షేరింగ్ ఏమైనా ప్రాబ్లం అంటే తీసి పడేయండి, నాకు అవసరం లేదు. పబ్లిక్ క్లాస్, ఇది క్లాస్ నేమ్, రైట్? క్లాస్ నేమ్, రైట్? Class name. Anybody has any questions? Now I come to the, here I'll write the program inside this, right? So after this is done, right, what I'm going to do, I am going to import the way you imported API. I'm not using it. I'll also use wire. It is an inbuilt method, inbuilt services. Here I will say @wire. @wire. Wire what? Wire this. and immediately I'll give a space. Here I will give Rupam. All my data is dumped to the Rupam. Ante, అయిపోయింది. That's it, guys. It will run the method and it will dump the data in this Rupam. It will dump the data in the Rupam. Intena? Yes. Inte. Ante. Wire. Whatever the method you have imported, name of the method, and immediately give a small space and give a variable or a function or a whatever you call it, a property. Data will be dumped in this Rupam. This Rupam I will use in my template. There we go. This Rupam I will use in my template. Guys, able to understand? Yes, sir. No, sir.
Yes, Rupam.
Guys, able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? I'm trying to take it slowly so that you guys, doesn't get, impacted with this new things that is coming up. Right? Perfect. Now, question raises is that, right? How do you want to display this data? There are multiple ways to display this data. We can display data in a tabular format. We can display the data, right? Let's go ahead and display the data in a dirty format first. Okay, dirty format. So here we go. I will say lightning card, LIGHTNING lightning card. I'm using 2 cards, right? Title equals to, right? Apex, LWC Apex. I'll put like this, LWC Apex. You're connecting an LWC with an Apex with wire service. LWC Apex with a wire service, right? Display data in dirty format. Dirty is not a keyword. You can write anything, right? Here, how will I display the data? If you remember, I will take template for each. TMPLAT template. In the last class, I did this template for each. Where is the data? My data is stored in Rupam. Pick up, put it here. Rupam.data. You have to say template for each, Rupam for data. And here for item. For each for item. Each one will be known as ACC. Recollect last class. Iterations. Template for each. I can use template iterator also. Iteration also. I'm using template for each. And here I want to display the account in a paragraph. P-tag. I will say name of the account is equals to name is equals to, what is that? ACC is the data. ACC.name. Then I will say I'm using some arrows. Phone is equals to, what is that? ACC.phone. Next, arrow, right? Arrow. Fax. I'm using ACC.fax. What are the fields we have? Arrow, industry, colon, industry. What is industry? ACC dot INDUSTRY. Rupam, is this arrow is a function? Nothing, it's not a command. You can use, this is my use. See, I'm using right? Here I will use dot, 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 dot. Now it is giving an error because it requires a key. Key is equals to, what is a key? It requires a key. Key is equals to ACC dot ID. Give the key. Over, guys. Over, guys. రూపం ఇదేదో చేస్తున్నాడు. You might be thinking. అంతేనా? Everybody is. Yes, tell me.
Yeah, whatever we are using after the dot, is that a field name or API name?
This is the API name. ACC is the variable. Here I can say my ACCOUNT account. This is not a field name. My account name is a label.
I'm asking about the after the dot, ACC dot.
After the colon. After the colon, right? ACC is the variable and this is the API name. These are the API names.
So whenever we use the custom field also, we need to use the custom API name, right?
100% you have to use the API name. Facts, industry, and even if you make a small I, it will not work. It is case sensitive. It has to be capital I. Remember this.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thanks.
Control S on the keyboard. Control Shift P. Deploy to the source org. Will it work? It will not work. Will it work? 100% will not work. Right click, rename, copy the control. I'm not going to the target. So that means I have to go to my right developer console. I need to put it here. Control S. I need to click on. Did we deploy? We didn't deploy the class. We have to deploy the class also. Control Shift P. Deploy to the source org. The class. After you deploy the class, then you deploy the component. Control Shift P. Deploy. Now it will be deploy pass. Perfect. Now you click on save. Control S. No error at all. Now you click on preview. Nothing will come. Nothing will come. Nothing will come. Other than card, ఏం రాలేదు. Why? The difference is that here is that in Lightning Web Component, other than @Aura enabled, you have to put one more thing extra. That is called cacheable true. CA, 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 CHEABLE. Cacheable, cacheable equals to true. ఇది పెట్టకపోతే రాదు. You have to also declare casual spelling is right. CACHE.
True spelling is wrong.
True spelling is wrong. TRUE. True spelling is wrong. Okay. You have to put this extra. In Aura enabled was enough. But in LWC, you have to say cacheable true. Cacheable true. LWC is an external component. Aura is an internal component. LWC is a third-party neutral web format. Hence, it need to refresh from the L2 cache memory. You have to set it to cacheable true. Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. Done. Now you go ahead and refresh, you'll get your result. Refresh. There we go. You should be getting your result. Woof, we didn't got the result. Woof, we didn't got the result. Cacheable true? Yes, sir. We made a mistake. Let's see. Wire Rupam. RUPOM. Did we import this method? Yes. The method name is the same. Yes. ACC list. Class name is same. CL0, CL0. Class name is same. Check the class name and everything. A small spelling mistake will crack scripts everything. ID, I doubt. Small ID we'll put. Control S. Control Shift P. Deploy to the source org. Right. Now let's go ahead and refresh it. See, ఒక చిన్న ID, one small I has scrapped everything. One caps. See, mine account name, Lightning, ఇది account name. Phone, 2222. Fax, 22333. Industry, hot. Next account, inni accounts ఉన్నాయి. All the accounts I've put in a dirty format, Galeese format, dirty format, dirty format. Guys, able to understand? Yes or no? I will put in a table format. Wait, relax. See,
Yes, Rupam.
I got the data. That means through an Apex class, I was able to connect an Apex class with a wire. I'm able, Rupam, how to pass a parameter. All these things we'll see in the next class. Right? Completely different. You see, what you have been learning in JavaScript in Aura controller, there 4 steps are there. Number 1, get the method. Number 2, set the parameters. Number 3, set callback. Number 4, enqueue action. ikkada em ledala. That's the reason I told you programming is completely different. That was flying aeroplane. This is flying rocket. See? Clear? Now, Rupam, I want to display this in a table. Oh man, you want to display in a table? Chalo, let's display in a table.
Rupam, before you go, one question, like in the
Yes.
for each, why you have to take that Rupam.data in the
Rupam
HTML?
is, what is this Rupam? Okay, let's understand. ఈ రూపం ఏంటిది? Variable.
So,
Variable అయితే, if this Rupam is a variable, then I should have declared here Rupam as a separate. Variables నేను ఎక్కడైనా, wherever I'm declaring like this. ఇలా రూపం ఒక వేరియబుల్ డిక్లేర్ చేస్తాను. Variable is always declared like this. నేను డిక్లేర్ చేయలేదు. I didn't declare. So what is this Rupam now? Question raises. ఈ రూపం ఏంటిది? ఇది వేరియబుల్ కాదు. Rupam is neither a variable. Rupam is now, what should I call this? Is it a constant? No. Is it an element? No. What the word I should use? The word used is called property. Rupam is a property. When I place my mouse over it, you will be able to see property. It's recognizing Rupam as a property. See, P-R-O-P-R-T-Y, property. What property? Anyone's property. Any. Towards the end, there is any. Property. In that property, there are 2 things. Data, error. Data, error.
okay.
Now, because you have raised this question, I will now, before I go to the next table, inkoka kottadi, because somebody asked a doubt. From the doubt, a new track got created now. Oka kotta branch create ayindi. There we go. Where is that? I'm displaying here. Ikkada display chestunnanu. Control X. Now you see that I will do something different again. Right? Again, I will try to start doing something different. Template. 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 Focus. I'm getting a little slow. Template. If true. If true. What this will do? Whenever true, then only it will display this any content inside it. Template if true. What is that? I will say Rupam dot data. Rupam la data untene show me the data. Here is the show data. Template show data for each. Next, suppose TMPLAT template. Template. If true, I will take false. No, if true. What is that? Rupam dot error. RUPM Rupam dot error. In Rupam, there are 2 things, data and error. If there is error, then I will display text. Sorry, we were not able to retrieve ACCO account INFORMATIO information. Police try later. I want to put this in a bold tag. I will put a div and I will declare class, and then I will write it a CSS to color it red, right? See, if true Rupam.error, then show this. That means while this lightning web controller, right, web component, it's trying to contact this method. This method is not responding, or something happened, an error happened. In this Rupam, there is no data. Then immediately this will not be working. It will come to the second block. Control S on the keyboard, Control Shift P deploys this to source org. I will not be able to see this message now. I go ahead and refresh. Now second template will not come because system is able to retrieve the data. Suppose system is not able to retrieve the data under some circumstances. Rupam, which are the circumstances? Suppose, right, because this is an external, the call was made, the call was not incomplete. It happens sometimes. Or it's taking too long time. Then immediately this will not be displayed and that message will come. Which message? In a bold, sorry, we are unable to retrieve your information. Whenever there is an error, currently there is no error, there is a data. If there is a data, then I'm displaying them with template for each with the iterator. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? Right? We will talk about it. Rupam, what is this property? Is it property and entity? That is the next class, right? What is a wire? What is a wire decorator? What is wire a function? What is wire a property? I will describe in the next class. This class, what is this wire? Actually, wire entity. That all definition description I'll give you. Currently, I'm only showing you the use. Right? Perfect. I know that this is the first time you're doing such programming, and it is completely different from your Apex, your Lightning controller programming. Here, LWC controller are 100% different from your Aura controllers. In the Aura controller, the programming was different. LWC controller, programmings are completely different. Here, the programs are small, shorter. See, Okate line, it is doing so many things. Right? Now I come to the designing. I will create one more card. LIGHT Lightning, CARD card, Lightning card. Title. That is the reason I told you, you cannot afford to miss LWC class a single day. Right? See, the class strength will drop. Hardly towards the end of the class, I will have only 6, 7. The class is of 40 students. But when it comes to the LWC, most of them drops because of all this programming. Right? So, in tabular format, LWC Apex with wire service display data in tabular format. Perfect. What is the command? Simple one. Lightning data table. That's the command. First one. In the data table, what do you have to do? Key field. Here you have to give the ID. ID. Key field. ID. Next. What else you want? Data. Where is the data? Data is already there. Rupam.data. Rupam.data. Next, columns. Where is the column? There is no column. We have to create a column. COLM. Column. Over. Now I have to create a column. Remember this. For this, I come here. Where do you create a column? You create the column not inside the function. You create the column here, above the function. Constant. constant CST, COL, anything is equals to in an array like this. Here I'm creating the column. Sorry, I have a bad cough, so bear with me. Column in a curly bracket. Label, same, LABL label. Label equals to key value, ACCOUNT account name, comma, field name, FIELD, field NAME, field name, column. Here it has to be API name. What is that? First, here, name. Next, type, colon. Type key value. Type is text. See, key value, like this. How many columns you want? Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, comma, comma, comma. Account facts, it is label. Facts. Which field? Facts field. Type phone. Type phone. Phone. PHONE, phone. Don't worry. By knowingly, I made a mistake. PPHONE, phone. Because this is a label. Don't think that Rupam, you made a mistake. Double P is there. By knowingly, I did that. Phone. Type phone. Industry. Industry. Name. INDUSTRY. Industry. You want one more column rating? Take it. Your wish. Column got created. These are columns got created. Control S on the keyboard. Column got created. Now you declared a variable here called as COL. So if it's a variable, you have to declare as a variable. See, I declared as a variable. Okay, variable declaration. I declared as a variable. See, variable. This variable is equal to col. Now see, whatever the columns I created, I passed it to that. Over, guys. Done. And that call I'm using in my data table, COLM. Here, COLM is equals to call. Where is call? Call is here. These are the columns. And here, I go ahead and I use it in a data table. ID, Rupam.data, column. Control S on the keyboard. Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. Deploy to the source org. Done. Now come here, refresh it. Let's see. If you have not made any errors, spelling mistake, it should be coming up here. See? Data has come in a tabular format. Automatic. Name, phone, in PP, it's a label. Andike double P channel. No problem. It's a label. In the industry, I've taken what? Hot, banking, okay. See? Dirty format. LWC Apex with wire service, display the data in a tabular format. In a tabular format, I display. Guys, liking it? So simple. Here also, Rupam, you can do the same thing. This table should be visible if there's a data, or else Control X. Template. If true. When Rupam.data. If there is a Rupam.data template, if true, right? If true, Rupam.data, right? Then display this. Display the table. Display the table. Template, if true, Rupam.data. Don't worry about this yellow marks and everything. That will go away. TMPLAT template. I will take this one. Same here also I'll copy. Control X, Control C, Control V. Suppose due to some reason the data was not able to show, there was an error, then go ahead and put a display message in a bold. Sorry, we were not able to retrieve the account information. Please try later. Control S, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. Deploy to the source org. There we go. Refresh the component. See, no difference. Only when there is error, then only I will get that piece. Safer side. I'm just going with a safer side. Right? I'm going with a safer side. Clear? Rupam, now let's remove this cacheable. Control X, save, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. Go ahead, refresh this now. Let's see whether I get an error or not. Oh, did I saved it? Control S, Aura enabled, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. Aura enabled, cacheable is not there. Let's come here, refresh. It's still taking the data from where? From the cache memory. I close it, right? Update preview. Let's see from where it takes the data. Oh man, it's still taking the data from there. Here, I should not be able to see the data now. Actually, see, gone. Data రావట్లేదు. Oh, again it came. This data, Rupam, you have removed, right? Where is that? I have removed cacheable true. But still the system is data, right? Actually, I'm not supposed to get the data here now. Right? But still I'm getting the data. Because it is taking the data from the local cache, cacheable true. After certain time, this will not give the data. It will not be able to contact, right? Refresh. It shouldn't be able to show the data, right? It shouldn't be. Always remember that here I should have cacheable true. All right, Control S on the keyboard. Aura enabled. That's good. Control Shift P. Did it overwrite the overwrite? Yes or no? I'm once again deploying it. Deploy ran successfully. You made a change. You ran it successfully, right? Perfect. And that's exactly right. Update preview. Realistically, I should not be getting a data, but it's taking the data from where? That is the purpose of cacheable true. System is not retrieving the data every time. That means if you create a new account, you might not be able to see them in the output. If I create a new account, let's try that also. Go to the account, click on new account name, new technology, new tech, TECH, new tech, rating, hot, phone number 55555, industry, chemical, safe. I created a new account called as new tech. Come here. Let's see whether the new tech is flowing or not. Do you see new tech anywhere? New tech anywhere? Oh, the new tech is flowing.
Yes, sir, it is there. Yeah.
That means it is not taking from the cache, it is still tripping the server. All right. It is still tripping the server. So if I don't say cacheable true, it's still tripping from the server. Right? Fine, it's good. Right? If I don't take it cacheable true here, mostly in all LWC, we write cacheable true. Why? What is this important of cacheable true, Rupam? Remember that LWC component is not within or not inside the Lightning. It is a third-party component. It's a Salesforce component only, but this component is treated as a third party, right? As is a third-party component, suppose at any given time, if the server is not responding to this component, then the system will take the data from the cache. That means once the method is able to retrieve the data, it will store the data in cache, in cache memory. And hence, whenever you click on refresh or something, the data will be displayed, but not from the server, but from the cache memory, your local cache memory. That is the purpose why we say cacheable true. Cacheable true. Cacheable true. That means if it's cacheable true, sometime what will happen, even if you create a new account, it will not flow in immediately because the system is taking the data from the cache. Let me refresh it, right? Now go ahead and say Control S, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org, right? Deploy to the source org, right? Now, finally, what I do, I refresh this. Wait, let's see whether I can show you or not. I'll try my level best to show you the difference, why the cacheable true is required. What is the importance of that? Refresh, refresh, refresh. I'm doing some multiple refreshes. Now, I will come to the account. I will create a new account here. New account name, right? Account name. A. These many. Rating, hot. Phone number, 77777. Save. One account got created. I come here. I refresh. If system is not able to retrieve the account, right? Now it's able to retrieve it. In that case, see, A has come up. If system is quite busy because it is making an external call, if this external call is not possible, then system will take the data from the cache, which is stored in your local cache memory. At that time, you might not see this A. A might not come. Suddenly you'll see that, oh, I created A is not there. It'll happen. During your class, you will see that I click refresh, the A will not come. After 3-4 refresh, A will come. Today, your luck is good that in a single refresh, you got A. That means it's able to trip from the server directly. If the system is not able to trip, the call doesn't get, it doesn't entertain, or the call is taking time, immediately system will display the data from the cache memory. And in the cache memory, this A would have not been there because it in the temporary memory, when it refreshed, the last refresh doesn't have A. It will go by the last refresh. And that is what we call them as cache. Cacheable true. Cacheable true. All LWC recommends to use cacheable true. All LWC recommends for cacheable true. Right? Cacheable true. Starting, when you gave a cacheable true, you see that I didn't give in the starting, if you remember, and it didn't work. Right? Initialization, the cacheable has to be true. Once the cacheable is true, one cache memory will be created. Right? Whenever you're writing, starting it has to be there one time. Right? In other words, cacheable true is compulsory. If you don't have cacheable true, if you close the component, next time it might not display. Next time it might not display. Now, because already, if you remember, first time when I ran this without cacheable true, nothing came up. Then I used cacheable true, right? And it worked. It's not, again, I will not say, see, I'm using both the words. I'm saying it's mandatory, then I'm saying it's not mandatory. See, without this also it'll work. But without this, right, most of the time, I will not say most of the time, rare of the rare, right, and rare happens mostly here. This is an external call. Whatever the data that you're able to see is an external call. All LWC components are external components. They are neutral components. They are outside the Salesforce environment. You see, we are not developing in a developer console. We cannot develop. We are all developing it using a Visual Studio Code. You can't even edit this program component in your Salesforce environment. These are external components, and these are making external call. Whenever the external call fails, the data will be refreshed from the cache, from the temporary memory, from the cache memory, and that is the reason we are using cacheable true. It is always recommended that in every LWC component, whenever you are doing any data interaction, it has to be cacheable true. Right? It is always recommended. If you don't use also, it will work. Sometime it might not work. System will say, hey, there is no cache memory available. It will might not refresh the data. Right? And sometime it works. It's all depends how the call is being made on the system. Clear? Yes. Anybody has any question here? Anybody has any questions here?
Rupam,
Yes, tell me.
ఒక స్మాల్ డౌట్ లైక్ ఏంటంటే ఇందాక మీరు క్యాష్ బిల్ ఫర్ ట్రూ పెట్టినప్పుడు అది క్యాష్ మెమరీలో స్టోర్ అయింది కాబట్టి ఓకే లేటర్ బట్ సింక్ అవుతుంది కదా అది రీజన్ ఏమన్నా ఉందా దానికి?
Yeah, it is. I told you it is an external call. If the external call goes, currently I'm the only one user in this environment, and it's able to trip the server. But in real time, there'll be hundreds and thousands of employees will be connecting in real time. One of the call might not be tripping to the server. In such case, the data has to be refreshed from the cache memory. Got it? It is recommended that you use cacheable equals to true. In real time, every LWC program, you'll be able to see cacheable true. Right? Safer side. For example, let's go here. ఇది ఏ పనికి వస్తుంది ఇది? This piece, whatever I highlighted, అసలు ఏ పనికి వస్తుంది? Not coming up, but safer side. Worst case, if something happens, system is resulting in error, then this message will be displayed. 99.9999% ఇది ఎప్పుడు రాదు. 0.00001% వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు sorry, we are not able to retrieve the data account information. Similarly, the cacheable also works in that manner. Safer side, we always recommend template if true rupam.error. It is always recommended that you write the false part of it also. Clear now? Yes. Even if I don't write this, my program will work. I told you, my program work చేయడం పెద్ద విషయం కాదు. Best practices. In Salesforce, we have a best practices, best way of writing the program. This is the best way. If I remove this also, delete, ఏం కాదు, it will work. Actually, I don't require template if true also. I told you, without this also it will work. You know this very well. First, I didn't put this if true. If you go and see the video, mundu if true petaledu nenu idi, template petaledu. Directly I did this for each. These all additional things that I'm doing is for the betterment of the program. Best practices. Clear? Cacheable true is one of the best practices. Anybody has any questions?
ఇంకొక స్మాల్ డౌట్ లైక్ ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పారు కదా ఇది ఇఫ్ ట్రూ అక్కర్లేదని ఇఫ్ ఇన్ కేస్ మన నిజంగానే పెట్టలేదు లైక్ అప్పుడు ఏదన్నా డేటా ఇష్యూ 0.01% తీసుకున్నా అప్పుడు అది
అప్పుడు స్క్రీన్ లో బ్లాంక్ వస్తుంది, ఏం రాదు. యూజర్ విల్ డజంట్ నో వాట్ హ్యాపెన్.
ఓకే, అంటే లైక్ వి ఆర్ నాట్ రెస్పాండింగ్ లైక్ దిస్ అని అట్లా వచ్చిందా, లైక్ నార్మల్ బ్లాంక్
normal blank screen, whole blank screen will come. So the user will be surprised, blank, why the screen is blank? Is it account la data leda? He might be thinking. So that is the reason whenever you build a program, you have to build with all the possible scenarios, good, bad. That is the reason in the programming we use try catch. Try catch. That I will use in the next class. We will. Right?
Yeah, I have a question. So while displaying the data in tabular format, we are not iterating the for loop. Why we are not doing that? So
While tabular
in
format
the
is
fast,
table format is already to handle multiple data. You want to create one data, one table.
no?
If there are 20 accounts, then 20 tables you want to create, then put in the iterator, no? Table doesn't require an iteration because table itself is designed to handle multiple data.
Okay, and also first variable like key field equal to ID. That what ID you're assigning here?
Any type of ID. It might not be. You can give acc.name also there. Now currently the account ID, each individual ID will be unique ID. It will be ID for this key.
Okay.
You can give here any field. You can give here phone. It will work. It need not be ID. Because it's a key, because if I put acc.phone, you might be thinking, Rupam, why you gave phone? Andike ID channel. This key can take anything.
Okay.
It can take any. It not that it has to be unique. It can take duplicate also. If you remember my previous class, right there, I have taken key equals to city. There could be same Hyderabad. The key will have Hyderabad, but it will not give error. It will display Hyderabad on the screen. Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. When you say key equals to city, and in the data also you say city, then it will display Hyderabad. Key can take duplicate here.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Welcome. Next.
Simply we can say it as record ID.
Sorry.
Simply we can say that ID is record ID, right? Which we
As
are
of now, it's a
using for
record. Yes. Record ID. Unique iste manchidi, ID iste manchidi. ID lepote you can give anything. Suppose I have a list of cities: Hyderabad, Mumbai, Chennai. What is the ID? ID unda ledhu kada. Then what will I do? I want to display the data in a right in this format. Then ID equals to city. Data is also city. City can be duplicate. Hyderabad. Then ID will be duplicate. Fine. System will take it. Now here I gave ID because నా దగ్గర ID ఉంది అందుకే ID ఇచ్చాను నా దగ్గర లేకపోతే I would have given name and there can be two name ACC Cement then also okay. Clear? Perfect. Right now, do you want me to proceed for the next topic or you want me to stop here? Choice is yours. Do you want me to proceed for the next 19 minutes or do you want me to stop here? Choice is yours. Stop. Practice this.
Yes.
See me doing it. I'm doing it taka I'm writing because my day morning starts with this, my night ends with this. Ide na life, right? But for you it is a first time, and by the way this is something very new. ఈ కొత్త వర్డ్లు వస్తున్నాయి, వైర్, right, property, right, import. When should I import it? When should I write wire? అసలు ఏందో జరుగుతుంది. You need to go back and review these classes. Repeat the same exercise that I'm doing. Same. Every day, repeat the same exercise I'm doing. Okay? That's it for today. We will meet next week, next Saturday, morning 7 o'clock, and we will start with wire. What is a wire? Remember that one class you miss, next class don't join. Leave it. Leave this course here itself. Otherwise, it'll bounce. Choice is yours. Another 3 or 4 more weeks to go. It'll be 6 weeks class, 5 to 6 weeks. And we will start going a little faster in a same pace that I'm following. Please do your homeworks. Here I'm not giving any homeworks. I want you to repeat the same thing. These are your homeworks. So till then, next week, thank you guys. Have a nice and wonderful day. Bye-bye guys. Take care.